Good morning, good evening, and good day. Thank you so much for watching Attack Power Gaming. Today, we are checking out Stardekk versus Luna in Division 2 of the Season 9 of Steel Division 2 League. If you guys enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, and consider supporting on Patreon. Let's dive right in. All right, here we are. So we're on Slutsk. Oh, I apologize. Got to turn this map a little bit. Actually, let's go this way. Nice and slow so people don't get all ticked off. There we go. All right, perfect. All right, so we have over here on the right, we have Stardekk playing the 44th Strelki. And on the left, we have Luna, calling himself Jedi Master Yoda, love it, on 5th Cav. You know who I'm rooting for. Both players are on Maverick income. And we're going to have a showdown here. Both these players, absolutely fantastic, known for being very aggressive and doing unique and fun things. Now, 44th over here for Stardekk, very standardly strong division, was extremely strong, but the nerf to the off-map and everything kind of bumped this down a peg. It's still very solid, though. It's definitely still a very good division. It's just not as off-map spammy. And over here, 5th Cav, you all know how I feel about this one. Unique, different. In the right hands, it's extremely powerful. I've seen it played very aggressively, and then there's the way I play it, which is not so aggressively. But hey, we all got our different flavors, right? So up here, really quick, we have Luna thrown. I'm sorry if I call him Yoda or Luna, same person. We have some Roshiori PM, some ABU Swords, Kadarashi, and Puska Antikar. Scrolling down here, we have 45 mils, more Puskas, Roshiori PM, Pioniri Kalari, and Breda 47 mil, which is like a light support AT gun. ABU Swords, Kadarashi 45, Hotchkiss, Leader, 2 liters? 1 liter, bounced around, and more Roshiori PM. I don't see any normal Roshiori, that's interesting. For Stardekk over here, we have PTRS's Gavardia DP, Sapori, T-3476, SU-152, PTRS. We have only 2 Ognivenshiki going into the town, very ballsy. We have a Sniper, SG-43, Sapori Komroti, Gavardia DP, Gavardia, and a T-3485 up north, along with even further up north, some Ognivenshiki, a PTRS Sniper, and 2 SU-152s going for that plane up north. And Luna coming out early with an IAR recon bomber, love that opening, and a BF-109 E7. These fighters are fantastic. They're only 60 points and 65, excuse me, really heavily armed, and you know, bad resilience, which isn't too bad. Now this is big. Luna stopped Stardekk early push into this town over here with a bombing run from that IR. That's huge, because if these guys had gotten in there, it's actually very difficult to get back in as the blue player over here. Hopping down, let's see, the IR misses its bombing run over here. So there's 2 IARs and a BF-109. That's a huge investment. And now an HS-129 is coming in. Holy crap. He's going all in, Luna, with his Air Force. Stardekk trying to counter here with a 25 mil. He's going to need more than that, though. Another one down south. All right, it's good. He's getting some out. Oh my goodness, that HS-129 hits these SU-152s. That would be enormous. IAR is going to make sure he does not lose line of sight. Oh my goodness, what a play here. Stardekk needs to spread these. He needs to spread these right now. It looks like he is trying. Oh, I think he's going to get out in time. He is. 1 SU-152 goes down, but that's still a hefty loss. The other one panicked. Bombing from IAR down south hits those Gavardia. Whew, this is spicy. Oh, if only Stardekk knew. I mean, excuse me, if only Luna knew. Oh, so empty. I mean, you never really know, right? Like, you expect people to put stuff in that town. T-3485 rolling up on this hill. This 45 mil at really close range can get through this. 110, it shouldn't be able to, but it will, especially if it gets that side penetration. ABU Sor heading up on the hill and just clearing out these light support units of Stardekk here. That PTRS, the only thing that can stop it. But the ABU Sor has shown its front armor. Now, if he just pops in and out like this, so the ABU Sor will never get to fire. And he gets a gun jam. What a crit. Oh, the ABU Sor was right there. Could have wiped it all out. Wow. 25 mils getting into position. Let's see. This 45 has not opened up yet. Pioniri Kalari getting pushed back. 5th Cav considered one of the strongest Axis CQC divisions, partially because these Pioniri Kalari come in massive numbers. Way more. You get 9 instead of the usual like 6 for the Pioneers. APCR shells gets a shooter knockout and a crew panic. Very nice. These things are just value. So much value. HS-129 coming in down south. Now we have a 25 mil, though, this time. We'll spread those clusters out, so even if it gets it off, but an engine damage scares him away. And a fighter coming in, a Yak 3. Let's see if the BF-109 E7 can take that on. That Yak 3, not a great fighter. It's fast, I'll give it that, but it's pretty lightly armed and a bad resilience there. IAR 80M coming in too. That's honestly an odd call in for me. I feel like you have the BF-109 G6R6 in this deck instead, and you might as well use that and use your BF-109 E7s. Yak 3 probably going to get away though. These BF-109s and the IR is extremely slow. Up north here, Stardekk still has a chunk of troops. Another T-3485, 1944, which means that's 2,000 meter range, something to be aware of. But on the flip side, Luna still has basically nothing up north, and he's making no attempts to reinforce. He's poured so many points into his Air Force that there's not that much on the ground at the end of the day. Down south is pretty much passive. This M2A1 pinning down this Pianeti Kaladi. Su-152 getting into position, wiping out this Roshiori here. There we finally have a Rashitsa coming in. This obviously can do crap tons of damage in the correct spot. But that Su-152 a little bit dangerous. It's partially dependent if that Su-152 got actually damaged by that cluster. It doesn't look like it did, so it's fighting at full health. HS-129 coming in again. It looks like, nope, he still has that 25 mil, although it's in a weird spot right now, so it may have a hard time getting line of sight on this. Also, Luna keeping his fighter kind of floating around here. I thought he was going to fly it in with him, hope to try to grab the attention of the 25 mil. 25 mil opening up on that HS-129. That's what he needs. He just needs those clusters to get spread. And it does not get those clusters off. Big loss there. Well, not really a loss, but big fail. T-3485, the 45 mil got killed on this hill. And I'm just not sure what Luna's doing. He's only brought in more 60 mils. Mortars here. He's got like nothing coming in. Like, is he literally just buying clusters? He's got at least 2, I think. I don't think they reload that fast, so he's got at least 2 already. He's got the 2 IARs, 2 fighters, 2 cluster planes. He's got 6 planes already. We're 5 minutes into the game. It's a massive investment in his Air Force. 85 mil AA coming in for Stardekk. Another Su-152. He must have... Do you get 3 on a card? I'm not sure in A phase. If not, he brought in 2 cards in A. Luna's line's looking very, very shaky. I'm not going to lie. IAR, though, coming in, going to deal some hurt. Deal some hurt with his 8, is it? I think it's 8 bombs. 12, excuse me. 12 50-kilogram bombs. That's a huge loadout. Finally, we have some Roshiori coming in here. TU-2S, though. Dun, 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 dun. Probably going to kill that Rashitsa, I think. Or maybe this Breda gun that's firing. IAR dropping the bomb load. Unfortunately, those infantry are already falling back. IAR goes after that TU-2S. Not going to be enough, though. BF-109 gives another run at it. But with no AA for Luna here, that TU-2S is probably going to get away. Although IAR coming back around, there's a good chance to get killed. Both are smoking, and he decides to call it off. His troops in the town have fallen, and we now get our first 13-11 of the game as Stardekk gets his troops into this town. Some Roshiori coming in, but they got to be careful. As T-3485 on the hill, if it moves forward, can take those. Although the Rashitsa there trying to cover that off. Down south, everyone's still comfy cozy there. 60 mil set up. Luna really needs to push into the town. I mean, there's absolutely nothing. I know he doesn't know that, but like based on the fact there's been no combat or anything, this feels like, and you've seen so many troops up north here out of Stardekk, I think it's natural to assume there's got to be a hole somewhere in his lines, and he's got a bunch of troops here, he's got a bunch of troops here, and he's got a bunch of troops down here, so there's got to be somewhere that's missing something, and it's right there. Breda gun did go down. Luckily, the Rashitsa stayed alive. Anytime I call Rashitsa in, I honestly call a 25 mil AA in it with it. I never leave these unprotected because they are the prime air bombing target for most players. Because they are just disgusting. I love this position for the 45 mil. It's so annoying. Pianeti Kaladi, these are even good at range because they have 2 automatic rifles. They're not amazing, but they definitely can hold their own much better than like just a Pioneer can. Yak 3 going after this IAR-37. Immediately retreats it. That was the wrong call. He should have flew straight at the fighter. Losing that, very unfortunate. Oh, and the Yak 3 does go down, though, so definitely a point positive trade. That's a 110-point fighter for a 55-point recon, so definitely point positive there. SU-152 catches these infantry out. Like I said, reinforcing into this town becomes extremely difficult once you're pushed out. And this was kind of on Luna for leaving this completely open and just calling planes in all day. He could have gotten it reinforcements in much sooner than this. Doing some HE fire. Looks like he fired position on this one. Yep. Basically using it as artillery right now. Roshiori getting in. Once they get into the forest, they should do absolutely fantastic. He really needs this 45 not to die because it's kind of keeping off this T-34. 85 mil in position now, laying down some fire on these troops in the tree line. Double fighter, here comes the off-map. The 152 off-map, very solid. It's the same off-map that 44th has in truck form. The bonus is, though, you get this nice bomber with it, which has a couple, I think it's napalm? It's got either just bombs or, like, napalm bombs. Forget which. 60 mil mortar, though, doing some work. Gonna pin down this Cavalry DP. There we go. Little late, though. Roshi already forced off, so not great. And another Yak 3 goes down to this double fighter duo here. That was overly aggressive by Stardekk, and now he's lost 2 of his 110-point fighters. Definitely a big loss. But again, Luna has dumped so many points into his Air Force. And nothing. No more reinforcements up north. Wow, and he's just marching these Roshi forward. Oh, dude, I forgot Rashid to have smoke. I didn't even realize. Shows you how often I use smoke. Kaladashi in this nice position here. This is a good move to do, guys, is put your recon infantry on return fire so they can sit safely in a place and watch. That 152 coming down doing tons of damage. Very nice off map there. That's always a good place off map. You really can't go wrong. And now we have the 60 mil? Is that the 60 going after that? Yeah, it is. Trying to take out that 25 mil. Ooh, that would be a big kill. Those 25 mils very effective. And Stardekk showing he doesn't have tons. It does not appear he has tons of AA. He's got at least a card of 85s, but he's only have 2 of those because they're in A. And then he's got probably 4. I didn't see if those are vetted. Yeah, 4 25 mils. And that might be all his AA. I'm not sure. I didn't look at the deck list yet in the beginning. T-34, though, definitely will be kind of a brick wall for these troops. Very close to pushing him off this hill, though. More SU-152. Okay, so he definitely brought in 2 cards of SU-152s. There's no way you get 4 on a card in A. IR gonna get forced off before it can drop those bombs. It takes 2 shots of the 85 mil to force these off. So it's always gonna come up short here at this point. SU-152 fire positioning down on this tree line to keep Luna's troops away. Not sure where these Pionieri Calati are going. I don't know why. Okay, because I guess it's open here to get shot by anything. I guess I understand that, I guess. Peculiar amount of micro for that specific interaction there. I mean, it's awesome, but Pionieri Calati are going to try to sneak forward to Panzerschreck this T-34, but that is not going to turn out well from the Sapperty. Going to catch them out, and they're not a big squad, so they're going to die quick. And they... Oh, they got distracted. Oh, and he doesn't get it off in time. Oh, that was a very aggressive use of that leader. 45 mil, laying down some extra cover fire for these guys. Roshi could crush these, but unfortunately they didn't know they were there, I guess. T-3485 pushing way up into this town. Rashitsa has gone down, probably to the SU-152. Yes, it looks like one... No, wait, that's a bomber. Where's the Rashitsa? Right there. I wonder what killed it. Why is it facing the wrong way? That's the real question. Was he moving it? I don't know. Stug 3 coming in, though. 25 mil. Forces off the off-map, but not before it can lay down another, and it looks like Stardekk's trying to prep himself for this. Not with everything, though. Just with that one Komroto unit there. It looks like he finally brought some troops into the town here. I'm not a fan of Roshiori PMs. Not at all. I would much prefer just Roshiori. They're much better. Roshiori just do so much damage. They're so fabulous. Oh, mistime of that 60 mil there. Dropping it on his own troops. Oof. Oh, not a good call there. Roshiori, is the M2A1 going to catch him? No, it's going after the Shvaloza back here. quite an exciting game. Still 13-11 for Stardekk, but it's a long way. We have 7 minutes left in B. Off-map comes in, does force off the T-3476, kills the SU-152. Oh, kills that, both armored pieces. Unfortunately, Luna doesn't have much to follow up unless he pushes this ABU sword forward right now. But he's not doing anything. That's a bit sloppy, I'm not gonna lie. He totally missed out on the opportunity to capitalize on that suppression. Very, very odd out of Luna. Not sure what we're seeing there. That is very much unlike him. It's unlike any Division 2 player to call something in like that and then not follow it up in any way. Hopping back up north here, M32 45 mil goes down. Rosciardi need to get into some actual cover, not the yellow cover. Although they are supremely superior to these Gavardia, they can still take way more damage because they're out of cover. Up north, Stug 3 goes down to the T-3045, and that was actually like a beneficial range for them to fight at. Oh no, did he lose that other Rashitsa? Oh no, it's over here. Alright. That would have been a huge loss. Rosciardi forced out 45 mil, this is not what it's for. It's not going to be able to penetrate that, though the T-3045 backs off anyway. 2U2S coming in again, and quadruple fighter after this thing. Oh my goodness. I would think it's going to go down. Nope, these things are basically indestructible. It's actually incredibly frustrating. Oh, but a BF-109 gets on the back of it. Yes! I'm not rooting against Stardekk. I just absolutely loathe these planes. I wish they would just die in a hole. Call it in. If you're calling it, you better call it. Is he just reconning with it now? He must be out of charges. I thought I only saw 2 charges though. I thought the thing had 3. We are now seeing Luna's Air Force in full swing here. JU-88 now coming in too. So that means he's bought 2 more fighters. I mean, he could. Yeah, he's actually going to try to strafe this AA. These BF-109s are really not designed for that. IAR though might be a little bit more successful. It is. Oh my god! Talk about air spam. Not what I would think of when I'm playing 5th Cav is air spamming my opponent. I gotta tell you, I gotta say. What is this JU-88 targeting? The Ognamachiki? Little strange. BF-109s though don't have a ton of ammo, so they can't do a lot of effective strafing runs. Although Luna finally made a push here in the middle and grabbed this flag. Very nice. Again, just didn't... I don't know what was the point of calling those in down there if he wasn't going to follow up. Zenart's still alive, but the 85 mil now going to feel the wrath of the IARs. HS-129 coming in to cluster, loses sight and does not drop those clusters. That's frustrating. But Stardekk really heads up play with his smoke. Really impressive. Now we have a 37 mil in as well, so the AA net is thickening. More 37, 25, 37. Oh my goodness. Stardekk has determined that Luna has put a crap ton of points into his Air Force, as for all to see. That is obvious. Has decided enough is enough. Another TU-2S coming in. He hasn't neglected his own. Oh, and that Rashitsa revealed itself and is now going to die for its troubles. Oh no. Oh, this is hard to watch. And the BF-109 G4R6. Oh my god. That means Luna brought in 3 cards of fighters. Wow, the TU-2S failed. That's not like them. Oh my god. Like, I'm in actual shock with how much stinking air stuff Luna has brought in. I don't think there's any deck in 1v1 that requires 3 cards of fighters, especially the ones in 5th Cav, because you get 4 of these, and you get 4 of these, and you get 3 or 4 of the IARs. Like, that's just ridiculous, honestly. One of the fighters goes down. I mean, he's just barely called anything on the ground, essentially. You finally see some coming in with 3 minutes left to be here. 2 Stug 3s coming in. T-3485, though, definitely capable of dealing with those. And Luna just wasn't aggressive enough here in the middle. He's allowed Stardekk to reinforce. And Luna's actually at risk here of losing the southern part, because he doesn't have any... He's bringing in Stugs to the south? I mean, this is not where you want a Stug, because it's so close. This is just very strange play all around. IAR 152 mil coming in. It's got its bombs, so it does drop those. What is it? Yeah, clusters. I was right. HE clusters. Wow, very nice. Yeah, very solid. Very, very solid unit for 95 points. It's kind of ridiculous, actually. We have a 122 millimeter artillery now. These are really solid. They're not amazing by any stretch, but they at least have radio, which makes them a lot better than the Soviet version of this that does not have radio. But on the flip side, he doesn't really have any radio units. Both these Stugs up north. What? Luna's calling in more Stugs. He could really use some infantry up here. I am completely baffled. Stardekk, although, on the other hand, all this time, still holding that 1311. 122, landing a nice shot in the SG-43. 45 mil taking shots from the 1944. It's one of the great things about 44 Strelkis. You get both the 1943 and 44 variant of the T-30-45. Off map, coming down on this hill. Could he use that a very long time ago on this hill? It would have been a lot more effective when there was a huge concentration of troops there. Kadadashi did get killed, so he lost that valuable intel. And Stardekk now has a wall of AA. This IAR is, yeah, not going to want to push any further forward. Back to a 12-12. Luna has managed to grab onto this flag here using some smoke. 85 mil, though, laying down the law here on some Roshiori. These Roshiori can do a ton of damage in this town. It's just whether Luna can use them properly. They do catch out that Tanko. That's really nice. Big kill there. Because that Tanko could have done some damage. But now it is gone. And the lines are free. 85 continue to just take shots. BF-109, though, trying to take opportunity there. But the 37 mil will probably finish it off. Oh, here comes the IAR train. Problem is, again, these just really aren't very good strafing planes at all. And if they turn north like they just did, they are in a whole mess of trouble. Oh my goodness. I mean, it makes total sense for him to call that in. Oh, Luna needs to micro his plane south. This is probably going to die. Double star 37 with the 25. This doesn't die. That's incredible. I don't think it's going. Nope, no. Okay, I was gonna say. Finally have an artillery commander there to give a little bit more radio. 85 taking some damage. AB Horsch in position here to safely deliver fire onto this town. Very nice positioning there. Luna finally materializing some sort of push down south and up, down south in general, I should say. With Light Grenadiers in. Stug 3, it looks like one already died, I would assume. It does definitely appears that way. Yeah, not the place you want your Stugs. Tu-2S dropping the bombs. Pushing back these Roshiori. Kind of fizzling the momentum there. BF-109 going after it. Ooh, oh no. Luna being very aggressive again with his fighters. I mean, catching that is really key, I understand. I hate them too, but... Oh, he's going to lose that. BF-109 G4R6s only have bad resilience. Like, unless he stays lucky and they keep firing at the weaker BF-109 E7 here, which it looks like they will. So he got very lucky with that. Oh no, he changed targets. That was a bad choice. BF-109 though still goes down. And this one is going to get away. Actually, this might be okay for the Roshiori because he can't throw his Molotov this close. It's going to be tight. It's going to be very, very tight. The Berettas and the automatic rifles of the Roshiori put out a heap ton of CQC damage. But it looks like those Tankos are... Well, unless it gets suppressed. No, I think they're going down. Wow, Stardekk calls it off. Ooh, I don't agree with that choice. 85 finally goes down to some artillery. Laying down some light smoke here. It looks like Luna finally pushed Stardekk off this hill, but there's nothing to get there. As Stardekk has pushed him out of this forest here. Very nice push from Stardekk. Luna's still just so light up north. It's 122 mil, continuing to fire. Doesn't know that 85 has died. Looks like this Su-76 trying to get some shots on the Roshiori. But Light Grenadiers out in the open again. Luna has no qualms about pushing his troops out in the open, but Stardekk's defense down south is essentially dissipated. Oh, unless this T-34 can kill this Stug. Ooh. Pianina Kaladi, though, there to try to support the cause here. Oh, if he... Oh, there it is. What a move. What a move. Oh, but he's not fast enough. The Stug is able to return, bounces a shot, kills it. Wow. That was a great play by Stardekk, though. He moved the Sapperty forward first so the Stug would turn, and then moved the T-34-76 forward, but unfortunately, it just took too long for that thing to line up and fire. And the Sapperty goes down, and Luna has finally grabbed this southern hill. Still 13-11, though, for Stardekk because of this huge northern push, and I don't see any way for Luna to push him out of this. 5th Cav not super strong at long range. Like, your 2K range stuff is really not great. Luna's Air Force now basically gone. Not because it died, but because Stardekk has called in so much AA that it's very difficult for him to use it. Artillery, though, going to push out these, well, probably the 60 mil, trying to push out these Gavardia, and now we have this awkward Luna grabbing the south and Stardekk grabbing the north, and we are deep into C phase now, so neither player getting a ton of points, so now we're dealing with the drips of the Maverick income, 80 points a tick. So it's really going to be a matter of who can make a breakthrough with the remaining troops, or who can manage to trade so well that they can build up an attack somewhere. IR coming in. The thing is, Stardekk's AA is quite far back, so there's a chance for some of these things to get in. So IR might be able to, like, pick off this Gavardia. He might just be doing it just to see where the AA is. That's very possible, because then he can start aiming his 122s at it. He did lose his artillery commander, though, up north already, so he lost that radar. Rashidza coming in. This is his best weapon for Luna to actually try to make some ground up north, because, you know, they just don't have any other 2K stuff. These T-30-45s can obviously dominate the Stug 3s because they have 2K range. Another Rashidza here, he's almost out. He would have 6, and these might be his last 2. At most, he has 1 more. And that's at absolute most. He needs to deploy this before it dies. Down south, though, his Air Force going after this Tu-2S. Might get it. And Luna has just said, screw it to AA. There we go. Finally, our first piece of AA. Oh, this is big, though. This Stug 3 should be able to pretty easily kill off this 37 mil, unless the Zis 3 gets involved, which it does. Gets a pen. Stug has to readjust its fire. The Zis won't consistently pen at this range, but it certainly can. Stug 3 finally falls back. The 37 mil is going to get away because of that. I'm pretty sure Stardekk has called out all his AA, though. I'd have to imagine. With those being double star 37 mils, I'm pretty confident he's called it all out. It looks like Luna gets a 25 mil. I think it was out of ammo anyway, but every AA piece that goes down does give Luna a better chance of pulling this out still, because both these players still in it. We have 25 minutes. Remember, there's a 50-minute time limit here. So Luna does certainly still have a chance to get back into this. But he's got a long way to go, and getting anything more than a 13 or 14-10 is definitely a stretch. Because, I mean, Stardekk's got plenty of troops. Now, down south, if he pushed hard, he probably could. I mean, if he could pick both these flags up, that'd be pretty huge. T-34-85, though, once again picking on the Stug. Luna's heads up on that, though, does see it. Yeah, does dodge. Whoa. And finally ekes out of range. Like I said, both players now basically on the drip plan of the Maverick, trying to pick up a little point here and there. Now up here is where, I mean, Luna really should call in one of his Bofors up here to try to keep his Rashidzas alive. Not 100% sure what he's doing with this Rashidza. So now we have the Maverick staring contest. Roshiori absolutely dominate at that range there. This Su-152 is out of ammo, so actually there's no more Su-152s up here. Stardekk, actually when you look at it, he's really kind of just down to some infantry and support weapons. He's got the T-30-45, but that's it. Actually quite a dangerous spot here for Stardekk. He's, yes, way up on points, so all he has to do is hold, but Luna's position on the map actually looks a lot better right now. At least to me. Pianeti Assault here are fantabulous and can obviously just, like, basically insta-delete these Gavardi DP weakened. And there they go. Does relieve the pressure, should relieve the pressure on this flag. And it does. Rashidza doing its fabulous HE thing. Artillery trying to pin down some of these infantry. These are unradioed, though. This one is radioed, but there's really no radio to be used. Peanut Assault, though, getting caught out in the open. Again, Luna just marches them across. Doesn't seem to give a rip. I respect him for that and question it immensely. More infantry coming in for Stardekk. Rashitsa's taking a hit from something. Probably the artillery, though I can't say for sure. Using his Rashitsa as artillery to try to take out this 37 mil. His artillery laying down some fire there. I mean, if Luna can take out all this artillery, I mean he's back in it. And Roshi pushing forward to grab this flag. What a little cheeky push here. I love it. 13-11 finally for Luna for almost probably the first time this game. Abiusor pushing forward. This PTRS is the only thing stopping it. Otherwise, this SG-43 and 37 mil are out in the open, and obviously the 37 mil the prize here. That is the true prize for Luna if he can take that out. SG-43 hanging on. Can those last two shots kill it? This is really weird. I've actually like never seen this. Like firing one shot at a time as it comes in and out of range. That's really odd. Still it survives. I'd be infuriated right now. Like, why isn't it dead? On the hill, though, troops getting pushed off here. Roshiori, though, doing what they do and just putting out the damage. Kalarashi pinned down, Roshiori giving their support. SG-43 is all over the place. Here comes the Air Force. Has he done enough damage? The answer is probably no. Unless this thing is out of ammo. Is it out of ammo? It is. So it's really down to a 25 mil, and the 37's falling back. BF-109G4 actually an okay strafer. Will that HS-129 keep line of sight? It will. The clusters are off. And the SU-152 goes down. IAR can kill this with its 12 bombs, especially if the fallback is a bad one. Oh, it survives. Oh, except the BF-109's coming in. And it goes down. Oh, these are actually some pretty key losses here for Stardekk. Luna taking a 14-10. Wow. We still have 20 minutes left. Luna, plenty of time to leverage this advantage now. And like I said, I don't know how Luna did it, but he has basically turned it around, it appears to me. I mean, again, both players only getting 80 points a tick, so Stardekk is not going to have a lot of chance to plug these holes, plug these losses. T-3485 went down to, I would assume, a Rashitsa. Oh, maybe this Stug 3, though. Maybe that Stug 3 did the job. Remember that T-3485 was damaged earlier by, I think, the other Stug. These fighters now kind of have free reign to do what they want. This 25 mil, the only thing now firing. Wow. Wow, I am impressed. Abiusor, though, was taken out by this T-3476. Once again, Luna just saying screw it and marching his troops over the open. This still confuses me. Another Rashitsa. This has to be the last one. You do not get this many of them. That T-3476, very dead. D-E-D, dead. That is not how you spell dead, for all those wondering. But when something's really dead, that's how I spell it. D-E-D, dead. Lieutenant Pianetti going down. It's trek across the open failing. There's Rashitsa now. Oh, I have a theory about Rashitsas. I feel like they hit their first, miss their second, and hit their third. That's their, like, trajectory. Consistent hit on the first, almost always miss the second shot, and then land that third hit. Roshiori up north, just kind of chilling out in the open again. Roshiori, though, getting into the town. All the supporting weapons have been killed, and now the infantry just getting bullied by IARs. Wow. Luna's Air Force comes rumbling back. And with this armor getting suppressed by the Rashitsas here, these infantry are forced to fight a bad fight against Begleits and Roshiori. Artillery just continue to fire. They are doing damage, to be sure. Trying to take out that 85 mil before it gets reloaded. And if it gets a lucky hit, it could kill that supply, which would be another huge loss. They're only 40 points, but Stardekk still needs them desperately. Artillery just kind of used to suppress right now, trying to get some kills. You know, you always want it to kill, but let's be real, most of the time it doesn't. Whoa! There it goes! Oh, the bad luck for Stardekk on that one. What a great game. This has been so exciting. Luna holding the 1311 because he got pushed off of this flag again. But Luna has just systematically broken down the 2K range stuff of Stardekk, opening up his ability to push back into these positions. It's really quite impressive. Another T-3485, though, rolling in. This is only a 1943 variant, though, which means we only have 1,750 meters of range, which means these Stugs can now rumble with this thing pretty consistently. BF-109, G6, G4R6 looking for something to hunt, or he's just trying to waste the ammo. That's very possible. I think Luna probably knows at this point that Stardekk is struggling to keep his AA armed. Tenko's going to go down here to these Roshiori. So, honestly, this strategy at this point is quite effective. HS-129 coming in for that T-3045. The Stug got a penetration, though, it would appear. Oh, most definitely did. Can the AA stop it? It cannot. And even with the spread, with the damage already done, a T-34-43 lost. Ooh. And that's 100 points down the drain. That's a big loss at this point in the game. IAR, Recon, surviving from Phase A. Slow clap for Luna. Slow clap for Yuna. Very nice. Getting forced off, probably, I would assume he's just trying to find the AA. Roshiori versus DP. Almost always a Roshiori win, unless there's a huge cover differential, which here there is not. Unless there's extra coming in, which there is. These fighters just floating around. Looks like Stardekk trying to get his Cavalry into a better position here to try to stop this, but a little bit of fire from on the hill. He does push back. The Roshiori need to move forward one house to recapture this flag, but Luna's still holding the 1311. Stardekk finally starting to move his AA a little bit. He has not been great on his AA micro. Most of it's just sat in the same position, which means Luna has been able to find it with either his artillery or his planes. You don't say that often, that your someone's planes are killing someone's AA, but hey, we're seeing it here. Artillery obviously firing into the void now. Leader going almost down here. Roshiori, can they pick it off? What is firing at that? I guess just Artie. And that is taken out. Now Luna grabbing this flag. Once he re-grabs this one, he will have a 15-9 finally. Ooh, Stardekk getting a little too cheeky there with all these support weapons there. Oh, the Rashitsa takes a punch in the face. He should have just left. Oh, he has one here on the hill. Did he bring in a C-phase card of Rashitsa? Because there are so many. I have to imagine he brought in the C-phase card to get him 8 instead of 6. T-3485 poking its head back out, trying to help the cause here. And he will. He certainly will. DP's pushed off 1410 because Luna wasn't able to hold on to this. Luna in a little trouble here, though, because he cannot let these infantry die, because getting more into here is going to be very challenging. Rashitsa survives, though. One-man Rashitsa teams can be extremely effective for no particular reason. Artillery, though, running out of ammo. He definitely needs to resupply that if he wants to keep that arty party going. Arty DP going down there to the support weapons on the hill. This is just some fantastic positioning on these hill lines and stuff. A wave of Roshiori pushing back in, and this is what's so great about Roshiori. They're only 25 points, so even at this point in the game, you can still call them in good numbers. SG-43 going down. Once the Roshiori gets in position and takes this one out, that flag is his, and the 15-9 happens. Still 13 minutes left, though. If Stardekk can hold on, another TU-2S. That's a... I thought most of them got shot down, so I have to imagine he bought another one. Bombs missing completely, though. Do pin them down. Here comes the fighters. And there is almost no way left to speak of down here. 37 mil in this position, but if one of these infantry find it, it's going to be a lot of trouble. Yeah, down south here. Now a leader comes in to say that's enough is enough down here. These Roshiori picking on some infantry. Luna's just searching everywhere to try to find more flags to grab at this point. He does need to get him. If Stardekk can hold on, he will still win at 50 minutes, but there's a 15-9, and now the pressure is truly on Stardekk. Yeah, he's lost both of these. He's got a hard time getting back into him. And he's about to lose this one as well. This blob of Roshiori, there's really nothing to stop it. Another T-3485. This one, the 1944 variant. I'm amazed that Stardekk has the points to spend on that when he's under pressure in so many places. And these Roshiori just so dominant in infantry combat. I cannot wait for the new Romanian DLC. Hotchkiss on the hill, given that fire. That's why this 1250 meter range is so key for these machine guns. It just lets you reach out so far. So far. And really keep the pressure on when other machine guns cannot. Already just coming down everywhere. Another T-30. Oh no, that's the one in the hill here, in the forest, excuse me. But we have a solid 16-8 now from Luna. And there's no way, I don't see any way Stardekk gets back onto this flag. This one he could definitely grab back. And Stardekk calls it at this point. What a fantastic match. 39 minutes, 7 seconds here on Slutsk. Luna coming out the winner of this one, 3,800 to 2,410. Wow, I did not feel that massive of a kill gap there. I mean, I guess the end, sure. I guess a lot of that must have been the end. Let's check this out here. Scrolling down, Stardekk, yes, this SU-152 did some good damage. His 122 did a nice job, honestly. But I guess, yeah, I mean, nothing really actually killed a lot of stuff. And I think part of that was that Luna just didn't have much on the ground to kill for most of the game. Wow, look at these planes. IAR, look at this HS-129. 4 armor kills. That's massive. That's massive. That's off-map doing a ton of damage. I mean, you don't really usually expect your off-maps to actually, like, get kills. It's more for suppression and stuff, but he got the points right back out of it. IAR taking out 2 Yaks. Roshiori, of course, absolutely dominating infantry con. JU-88 killing some stuff. Stug 3 getting some kills. Wow. 122, look at all those kills. Jeez. Yeah, Luna just got so much value out of every unit. And just not much more to say. I mean, Stardekk had such an aggressive and nice positioning at the start, but Luna just held on and just grinded him out via excellent trades. So fantastic game to both those players. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you so much for getting to the end of this video. You are a champ, and have a fantastic day.